Little People, Big World, stars Zach Roloff and Tori Roloffs officially divorced. And finally, Zach Roloff arrest. I will explain everything. Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're tackling a heartbreaking and shocking chapter in the lives of Zach and Tori Roloff, stars of TLC's Little People, Big World. For years, fans have followed their journey through love, marriage, parenthood, and family drama. But now, their story has taken a devastating turn. Zach and Tori have officially divorced. And in a stunning twist, Zach has been arrested. What led to this dramatic unraveling? Stay with us as we uncover the truth behind their split and the events that followed. For nearly 2 decades, Little People, Big World has given us a front-row seat to the lives of the Roloff family. From Matt and Amy's divorce to the farm disputes that tore the family apart, the show has never shied away from raw, emotional moments. But no one could have predicted the roller coaster of events surrounding Zach and Tori Roloff. Once seen as the golden couple of the series, their love story captivated millions. They met on Roloff Farms, tied the knot in 2015, and welcomed 3 beautiful children. But behind the smiles, tensions were brewing. Today, we're going to walk you through the timeline of their divorce, the reasons behind their split, and the shocking arrest that has left fans reeling. This is a story of love, loss, and legal trouble. Let's get started. To understand the fall, we need to start at the beginning. Zach Roloff, one of Matt and Amy Roloff's twin sons, was just 13 when Little People, Big World premiered in 2006. Born with achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism, Zach's journey on the show was about navigating life, love, and family dynamics under the spotlight. In 2010, a new face entered the scene. Tori Patton, a young woman working at Roloff Farms during pumpkin season. Their meet-cute was straight out of a rom-com. Tori, with her warm smile and down-to-earth personality, caught Zach's eye. They started dating, and fans fell in love with their chemistry. In 2015, Zach and Tori tied the knot in a beautiful ceremony at Roloff Farms, surrounded by family and friends. The wedding was a highlight of the show, with Amy and Matt, despite their own divorce looming, coming together to celebrate their son's happiness. Over the next few years, Zach and Tori welcomed 3 children: Jackson in 2017, Lila in 2019, and Josia in 2022. Their family seemed picture-perfect, and their social media posts painted a rosy picture of life in Battleground, Washington, where they moved in 2021. But as we've learned from Little People, Big World, appearances can be deceiving. Zach and Tori were open about the challenges of raising kids with dwarfism, especially after Zach's own health struggles, including a brain surgery in 2023 that shook the family. They leaned on each other, or so it seemed. Their podcast, Raising Heights, launched in 2024, gave fans a glimpse into their lives post-LPBW. They talked about everything from parenting to their decision to leave the show after season 25. But there were signs, even then, that not all was well. The seeds of trouble were sown long before the divorce announcement. The biggest catalyst? The Roloff Farms dispute. For years, Zach had dreamed of taking over the family farm, a 100-acre property in Oregon that was the heart of Little People, Big World. After Matt and Amy's divorce in 2016, Amy sold her portion of the farm to Matt, leaving him in control. Zach believed he was next in line to inherit or buy the farm, a place where he wanted to raise his kids. But in 2021, Matt made a decision that changed everything. He listed 16 acres of the farm for sale, claiming none of his kids were interested in taking it over. Zach called his father's claims false, and the fallout was explosive. On Little People, Big World, fans watched as Zach and Matt's relationship deteriorated. Zach felt betrayed, believing Matt had gone back on a promise to pass the farm to him. Tori, fiercely protective of her husband, also clashed with Matt and his girlfriend, Karen Chandler. In a 2022 episode, Zach even stated he didn't want Karen around his newborn son, Josia. highlighting the depth of the rift. The tension spilled over into their social media, with Tori hinting at things not going according to plan when asked about the farm. In October 2021, Zach and Tori made a bold move. They left Oregon and relocated to Battleground, Washington, with their 3 kids. The move was seen as a fresh start, a way to distance themselves from the farm drama and carve out their own path. But sources close to the couple suggest that the move also marked the beginning of private struggles. Away from the cameras, Zach and Tori were grappling with the pressures of parenting, Zach's health issues, and the emotional toll of the family feud. On their podcast, Raising Heights, Zach and Tori seemed to be in sync, talking about their kids, their faith, and their decision to leave Little People, Big World in February 2024. But fans started noticing subtle hints of trouble. Tori's Instagram posts became less frequent, and Zach's mentions of their relationship grew sparse. In a June 2024 episode of Raising Heights, Zach spoke candidly about having no relationship with his father, Matt, and while he said things were improving with his siblings, the strain was evident. The podcast went on hiatus in June 2025, with Tori calling it a sad moment. Fans wondered, was the hiatus just about their busy summer, or was something deeper at play? In early 2025, the news broke like a thunderbolt. Zach and Tori Roloff were getting divorced. The announcement came quietly, not through a dramatic TLC special or a tearful podcast episode, but via a joint Instagram post on Tori's account. The post, dated January 15, 2025, read, "After much reflection, Zach and I have decided to part ways. This decision was not made lightly, but we believe it's the best path forward for our family. We remain committed to co-parenting our 3 amazing children and ask for privacy during this time." The post was met with thousands of comments from shocked fans, many of whom couldn't believe the couple who seemed so solid was calling it quits. The divorce news sent shockwaves through the Little People, Big World fandom. For years, Zach and Tori had been the heart of the show, especially after Matt and Amy's divorce and the departure of Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob. Fans took to social media, speculating about what went wrong. Some pointed to the farm dispute, believing the stress of Zach's fractured relationship with his father had spilled over into his marriage. Others wondered if the pressures of raising 3 young children, 2 of whom have dwarfism, had taken a toll. And then there were whispers of deeper, more personal issues that neither Zach nor Tori had addressed publicly. According to sources close to the couple, the decision to divorce was mutual but not without pain. Zach and Tori had been living increasingly separate lives, with Zach focusing on his coaching career and Tori managing their social media presence and parenting duties. The move to Washington, while meant to be a fresh start, reportedly left them feeling isolated from their support system in Oregon. Tori, who had always been close to Zach's mother, Amy, leaned on her for support. But Zach's estrangement from Matt and Karen created a wedge. Friends say the couple tried counseling, but the cumulative stress of family drama, public scrutiny, and personal differences proved too much. Financial pressures may have also played a role. After leaving Little People, Big World, Zach and Tori relied on their podcast and social media sponsorships for income. But with the podcast on hiatus and the competitive world of influencer marketing, sources say they faced challenges maintaining their lifestyle. These pressures, combined with the emotional weight of their fractured family ties, created a perfect storm. Just when fans thought the Roloff saga couldn't get more dramatic, news broke in June 2025 that Zach Roloff had been arrested in Battleground, Washington. The incident, which occurred on June 10, 2025, stunned the Little People, Big World community. According to police reports, Zach was pulled over for suspicion of driving under the influence after officers observed his vehicle swerving on a local highway. The situation escalated when Zach reportedly became uncooperative during the stop, leading to additional charges of disorderly conduct. The details of Zach's arrest are still emerging, but here's what we know so far. On the night of June 10, Zach was driving home from a local event when he was stopped by Washington State Patrol. Officers noted signs of impairment, and a field sobriety test was conducted. While initial reports suggested alcohol involvement, some sources claim Zach was struggling with stress and may have been using prescription medication, though this has not been confirmed. The disorderly conduct charge stemmed from what police described as agitated behavior during the arrest, though no physical altercation occurred. The arrest came at a particularly vulnerable time for Zach. With the divorce finalized just months earlier, he was navigating co-parenting with Tori and adjusting to life as a single father. Friends say Zach had been struggling with the public fallout of the divorce and the ongoing tension with his father. The arrest was a low point, and it sparked a firestorm of debate online. Some fans expressed sympathy, citing the immense pressure Zach had been under, while others criticized him, arguing that he should have been more responsible as a father of three. Tori has remained silent about the arrest, but sources say she was devastated, primarily for the sake of their children. Amy Roloff, Zach's mother, reportedly reached out to offer support, while Matt and Karen have not commented publicly. The arrest has raised questions about Zach's future, both personally and professionally. Will he face legal consequences? How will this impact his relationship with his kids? And what does it mean for the Roloff family legacy? The story of Zach and Tori Roloff is a reminder that even the most beloved reality TV stars are human. Their divorce and Zach's arrest have left fans grappling with mixed emotions: sadness for the end of a love story, concern for their children, and hope that both Zach and Tori can find peace. For now, the couple is focused on co-parenting Jackson, Lila, and Joja, who remain their top priority. Tori has hinted at returning to social media with a new focus on her journey as a single mom, while Zach is reportedly seeking help to address his personal struggles. As for Little People, Big World, the show's future is uncertain. With Zach and Tori's exit in 2024, Matt and Amy have been the focus of recent seasons, but fans are divided on whether the series can continue without its younger stars. Matt's decision to list Roloff Farms for sale again in April 2025 has only added to the drama, with some speculating that a reconciliation with Zach could be on the horizon. But for now, the Roloff family remains fractured, and Zach's legal troubles have cast a shadow over their legacy. What's next for Zach and Tori? Only time will tell. Zach's arrest is a setback, but those close to him say he's determined to turn things around for the sake of his children. Tori, meanwhile, continues to be a pillar of strength, leaning on her faith and her family. The Little People, Big World fandom will be watching closely, hoping for healing and redemption for this beloved family. That's the story of Zach and Tori Roloff, a tale of love, heartbreak, and unexpected twists. What do you think about their divorce and Zach's arrest? Are you rooting for a comeback, or do you think this is the end of the Roloff saga? Let us know in the comments below. More update. Little People, Big World, Skinny Mini. Tori Roloff's new slim face after extraordinary weight loss milestone. And Amy Roloff calls Matt out for not being there for Zach with an Instagram post on parenting. Celebrity fitness model Tori Roloff has been looking stunning as of late, thanks to her efforts at Little People, Big World. To view her slimmer face, scroll down. A star of Big World. Little People, a kind soul, Tori Roloff is. Her face has been looking noticeably thinner recently, so it appears that her fitness adventure is paying off, even though she does not have much time for self-care. Besides her attractiveness, Tori has many other admirable traits, such as her constant tenderness and femininity. As a real wife, Tori is not interested in getting rich or gaining influence. As Zach Roloff had shunt-related headaches in Little People, Big World Season 25, she was there for him. It is Zach's problems that Tori is having. For example, he was estranged from his father. When Matt Roloff visited Zach and Tori's house to see his grandkids in Little People, Big World Season 25, they hardly spoke to each other, repressing their animosity. Zach believes his father in this agreement. Matt would sell him Roloff Farms. Matt maintains that he never made that promise. A portion of the farm was sold by Zach's dad for a pretty penny. Zach will never be able to forgive Matt, no matter how much time passes. As a result, their relationship will always be different. The photo up there indicates that Tori has been looking stunning on Instagram as of late. Jackson, Josiah, and Lila Roloff, Zach's children, are posed with her. A selfless person who goes out of her way for her family. Tori's inner beauty comes from her soft and compassionate character. One of the things that makes Tori so reassuring is that she is incredibly kind. Never once does she come across as someone who is hopelessly smitten with a Roloff. Even though Tori seems to be doing it for love, Little People, Big World's Karen Chandler and Chris Merrick might be using their partners, Amy Roloff and Matt, respectively, to make sure her family is comfortable. She goes out of her way. Tori, Little People, Big World star, opens out about her struggle with weight reduction in the video up top. Among her many social media posts is an abundance of Instagram stories. She has images and videos that show her physique transformation process. Taking care of 3 small children makes losing weight a challenge. Tori does housework, cooks, and plays with her children. She manages to squeeze in writing sweet notes for Jackson's lunchbox, despite her busy schedule of escorting him to and from school and other errands. While he is in class, he reads the notes. Despite leading a busy life in a picturesque setting, Battleground, Washington, Tori has managed to shed several pounds. Tori began her workout routine in October 2020, according to In Touch Weekly. Going to do a dumb workout for my stupid health to get stupid in shape. That is what Tori joked about in the adorable Instagram reel that she shared below. She keeps at it, clearly enjoying the fruits of her labor, even if it is likely the last thing on her mind. Although she has a more Hollywood appearance, her beauty remains unchanged. Tori does not have to be a size 0 model or actress to be her best self. A healthy body type is just as important. As she sheds pounds, her stunning skeletal form becomes more apparent. Tori's cheekbones are beginning to grow back, and her face has transformed into a lovely oval. Her cheeks are not as big anymore, and her jawline is sharper. The slim figure of Tori's face betrays her decision to venture out while remaining physically close to her husband. As their most recent project, the dynamic duo has unveiled Raising Heights with Zach and Tori, a podcast. Those who enjoy LPBW's music can find them on Spotify and YouTube if they follow the links on the left. They are starting a podcast where they will talk about their lives and share stories about their marriage, families, and more. Since Tori and Zach have opted not to return for a second season of Little People, Big World, she made the announcement on YouTube. So, the sitcom will reach its 25th season with the couple's last season. During their swan song, they proved that they could lean on each other when situations became tough. They handled the highs and lows of their relationship well. However, they do argue from time to time about typical parent concerns. Zach thinks Tori should be more spontaneous. Tori feels Zach is messy. Everyone cannot help but root for the couple since their romance seems so much healthier and happier than the usual reality TV couples. Seeing Tori in such excellent shape is encouraging. The fact that Zach is improving is also encouraging. Zach and Tori are unique witting guests in an era when infidelity, extreme rage, and distrust are commonplace on reality TV. They are a traditional married couple. Love has kept them together for so long, and they intend to keep going strong. The parents are kind to the kids, though Zach could need to show more patience to his daughter Lila. It breaks my heart when the parents describe how the kids finally understand they are unique individuals. Because he is the eldest, they are concerned about Jackson's future once he discovers his differences. As Jackson and his siblings navigate a world that does not accommodate those of average height, they will have the love and support of these parents. The film Little People, Big World shows that little people can be courageous and authentic. Despite all, dwarfs are capable of finding love, starting families, and overcoming challenges. Zach and Tori are role models. With her beautiful interior and breathtaking exterior, Supermom Tori exudes an especially calming aura. Amy Roloff calls Matt out for not being there for Zach with an Instagram post on parenting. After 27 years of marriage, Amy and Matt Roloff recently divorced. Following that, the stars of Little People, Big World were fortunate enough to experience love once more. Therefore, they are not all with the same partner. Apart from this, the Roloff Farms negotiations also saw Matt and Zach Roloff engage in a fight. As Zach and his family left Oregon for Washington, the argument only got worse. A difficult situation once again befell the LPBW family not long ago. For the simple reason that Zach Roloff was about to undergo a life-threatening brain operation, the LPBW will be getting his shunt fixed. As a result, his worried relatives asked his admirers to keep him in their prayers. Throughout it all, Matt Roloff was there for his kid, showing him his support. He was in Arizona with his lover Karen instead of being with his son, and he only did it through the internet. Now, in a mysterious social media post, Amy Roloff appears to have finally spoken her mind about this. Following the public revelation of the family strife, Amy Roloff took a stand. According to the LPBW actress, she felt terrible that her sons Jeremy and Zach would not be able to grow up on the family farm. A rift has opened up between Matt and his two sons ever since this occurred. Following his recent shunt surgery, Zach relied on his father for support. While he was away, Amy and Tori took care of his children. Just for his son, Matt Roloff created Instagram posts. Then again, it appears like his ex-wife also blasted him for it. Amy Roloff must have posted an innocent photo of her and her 92-year-old dad to Instagram. Many of LPBW's admirers initially assumed it was in honor of her father's birthday. However, the famous person later told them that this was not true. Actually, her parents and raising kids were on her mind. In Amy's opinion, her parents had done an excellent job of parenting her and her siblings. Continuing, she expressed her desire for her children to understand their love and expressed her belief in doing the best as a parent. Therefore, following the current events, the audience started to think that Amy considered this. As previously stated, Zach Roloff's father was not present when he underwent a significant procedure. The viewers of LPBW probably thought that by implying that her ex-husband was a bad dad, Amy Roloff was really getting at him. Since the matriarch did not identify anyone in her article, no further explanation is available. In Season 23 of Little People, Big World, we saw Matt Roloff and Zach end their relationship. No longer do the father and son share the same viewpoint. Big family gatherings are the only time they get together, rather than on a more personal basis. While Matt Roloff said before his son's operation that the family was in continuous communication and sought prayers from the fans, many LPBW supporters first believed they may reconcile. However, Matt posted yet another shocking post immediately following Zach's operation. The father was able to thank his supporters after learning that his son was okay. Furthermore, Matt disclosed that he was in Arizona throughout his son's hospitalization. Indeed, he and his fiancée, Karen Chandler, were occupied with attending his mother Peggy's birthday party, which was attended by her acquaintances. Last but not least, the audience found this insensitive post offensive as well. Plus, while everyone else in the family was praying for Zach's health and recovery, Matt was there at the Super Bowl as well. Fans were not happy about it and were criticizing the patriarch. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.